Hey guys, Darcy here, and today we're going to say farewell. Let's get into it. Today we're saying farewell to this studio space. I know I'm being a little dramatic there with the intro, but I'm moving this week to a new place. Nothing that's really of any relevance to you yourself here, not any giant moves across the world. But I'm moving to a new house, and therefore I'm moving on from this studio space. And I want to take a second to kind of commemorate it and just appreciate it. Every step, every milestone is important and should be taking a moment to just appreciate it. And so this space has taught me a lot, and there's three things I think I could kind of go over quickly that I've learned in the last year and a half being here that you might find as benefit. The first one is acoustic treatment. If you haven't seen it, I have a video talking about how I made this acoustic treatment ceiling above me. Basically, I'm an unfinished basement. These drapery around me are just to hide the insulation that you have in the walls. And then the ceiling, which is just usually wood and joists, I put insulation in there and wrapped it in fabric, and that gave me like a giant acoustic panel above me. And having that has really changed the quality of my work, especially my mixes, just because I can hear things better. And that's the obvious. If you can hear it better, you can do a better job with what you're working on because it's music, it's audio. So that's a really big, important thing. The second thing I've learned a lot of is optimizing your workflow. I'm a minimalist. I like just technology. I like to be in the box. I like simple, clean desk. It's just my style. But over the past year and a half, I've simplified things even further. I used to, when I was producing, using a lot of different VSTs, and I found sometimes I would spend more time just trying to get the sounds out of the VSTs. So I started just, manipulating WAV files. I would simply just, take a WAV file and chop it. Sometimes I use Serato Sample for my chopping, but sometimes I still just, or actually most of the time, I just chop audio files against the grid and rearrange them and get the sound that I want. Sometimes it's faster to just do things in a simple way, for me anyways. And so however you work, it is about figuring out your workflow to make sure you're doing things as fast as possible. If you want to be able to sit down and just strum a guitar and immediately start recording it, set yourself up so you don't have to get out of the zone and go figure out how to get it recorded. And the last thing is, as much as there's always new tech, always a new microphone, a new thing to get your hands on, make sure you're not adding something that slows down your workflow. You can get a ton of analog gear, but if you're adding more gear into the chain and you find yourself over time making less music because you spend more time turning, dials, question which gear you really need. If you buy more software, or you have, a laptop and a Mac Studio and an iMac and a PC, and you're making music on all of them, and then you're spending more time transferring files, question whether or not you should have that many computers. Whatever the thing is that you happen to be getting, make sure that it is only benefiting and making things faster and more optimized. Because at the end of the day, you want to be creating more, not making everything you create 2% better in its sound. Anyways, hopefully you found this helpful. This is just some of the thoughts that I've had, last couple of days leading up to this move. And yeah, off to a new start. Next video may be delayed as I'm going to be setting up the studio, and it may take me a little bit longer than I hope to get all the acoustics set up right to sound good. If it does, then that's why things are delayed. And if it doesn't, then I'll see you next week. But anyways, have yourself a good one, and peace.